city of Detroit has been great to us for week number 5 of the Big Three. After 3 games on CBS, we shift over to Vice TV and Little Caesars Arena. Our final game today features the Houston Righands and the Boston Hogs from the Motor City. 3 games down, and they've been entertaining ones to say the least. LA Riot cruised over Chicago by 20. Dallas Power, a massive victory over Miami. And the Detroit Ams falling to DMV Trilogy. Trilogy's first win here in Season 8, the summer in the city of the Big Three. So the standings now, no team got to 4 wins this week. The Hogs trying to join 5 others with 3 wins and force a 6-way tie for first if they can win this final game against Houston. Great to be with you, Ed Cohen, the baddest bad boy of them all, Rick Mahorn, Brian Scalabrine with Chris Haynes and Jose Jackson Jr. as well. So last week it was Boston. They beat LA. They win it at TD Garden. And a big reason why, Scal, Jonathan Simmons was next level for the Hogs.
He is in overdrive the entire game. He's efficient in what he does, gets downhill, not afraid to attack the rim. He's guarding, he's shooting the ball well. Watch out for him in the corner 3, and if you put a small on him, he will post you up. Jonathan Simmons is doing work. We thought it was going to be Kevin Murphy, but Jonathan Simmons has been the guy.
For Houston, the problem this year has been the scoring. Fewest points right now in the Big Three, but the good news is, Rick, Corey BREWER was coaching last week in the NBA Summer League. He's back here today.
And that's what you need. You need that all-around player, what Corey BREWER does. It's not only his leadership, but it's his way that he gets on the court, and he shows it by shooting the 3, but also getting to the basket, a wiry guy, but you got to make sure that you stay in front of him because he'll go by you and then he'll raise up and score. That's the scary thing about a Corey BREWER. He's always brewing.
This was last year, the core of Bivouac. They won the championship under Gary Payton. Today's game, you have Gary Payton coaching Boston, and BREWER, Garland Green, Jalen Johnson on the other side for Houston. A Detroit reunion today for these 4 tops, if you will, in Motown. And tonight's rosters, BREWER back in. You have Green, Jeff Ayers, and Adam Drexler back for a second week for Houston. And on the other side, Kevin Murphy, the captain. Stevens clutch with Johnson inside. Jonathan Simmons off the massive game against LA last week. For more, let's go over to Chris Haynes.
Guys, I'm here with Corey BREWER and his former coach, GP Gary Payton. I'm gonna start with Corey. Corey, you know this guy. What's going to be his approach in trying to attack you?
I think he'll try to make me shoot. He's gonna, keep everything in front, keep me out the paint. But he's a defender.
We'll see if that works, GP. You had some good times with this guy right here. What is your approach? He said what he thought you were going to do. He said he thought you think you're going to make him just shoot.
Well, Corey is a great basketball player, and he all around. That's what I think I have to make him do. I got to make him shoot the basketball because he's going to do everything else. He's a hustler, he's a defender, and he makes things happen. So I got to neutralize him somehow. And I got a guy that I think that plays like him, but probably not better than him. But I'm going to try to see how that works out.
Well, we'll see what happens. Best of luck the rest of the way, guys. Back to you guys.
Good old chess match between 2 guys who know each other. Gary Payton last week came out wearing the Bird jersey in Boston. A nice touch and a win for the Hogs. First to 50 wins, no game clock in the Big Three. Free throws, 1 shot for 2, 3, or 4, depending on where the foul occurs. And of course, bring the fire. Challenger call, players go 1-on-1 to decide if it counts or not. You make them earn it in the Big Three. And we're underway here in our final game today. And it's on Vice, and Scal with the first catch here today.
Scal, I'm surprised he gave him the ball back. Scal kind of selfish. He's always looking to score.
It's just going to be a bloodbath. I think both teams understand the magnitude of this game. You can make an argument if any one of these teams lose this game, they probably don't make the playoffs. So they know it. They need to make sure they get a win.
Knocked away from Green. Stevens lays it up and in. And to your point, like DMV Trilogy, they're 1-4. but they still have a shot. Here, Houston, he had a
We
second
don't know
win.
if they do, though. We don't know.
That's true.
We don't know if
That's
5
true.
wins is going to get you in. I kind of feel like 5 will. They played like they have a chance. I think if you get 4 losses, you might be in trouble.
But if everyone can leave Detroit feeling like they've got a shot, it makes the last 3 weeks compelling. Now, Murphy spills and is fouled by Brewer. So from Kevin Murphy to Calvin Murphy, the Hall of Famer.
You talk about a score. I had to play against him, and I tell you right now, he was a blur on that court. People don't understand that Murphy was a killer.
The pocket rocket and the shortest player to make the Hall of Fame in Springfield. 5'9".
And he's my homeboy. He's from Connecticut.
That's right. What, Norwalk?
Norwalk, yep.
And you're Hartford?
Hartford.
Okay, Stevens with the spin. That misses. Green with the rebound. He has to become the pizza capital, by the way. Big time in Connecticut as Green scores.
Miss that pizza in Connecticut, man.
Yeah, it's good. Good.
But I like the clam chowder up there.
There's Simmons on a fadeaway over Jeff Ayers. That pops out.
Well, it's been a lid on that rim right now so far.
Carlin Green for Houston. Brother Gerald still out with a knee injury. And he strips. Did he lose the ball off his leg? He did. Here are the shortest NBA players in the Hall of Fame. Calvin Murphy, 5'9". Slater Martin from the Lakewood teams in Minneapolis with George Mikan, the second shortest, as Murphy knocks down the 3.
If you're Houston, you don't want to see that. Kevin Murphy, I don't want to say he's struggling, but we expect him to be 20-something a game, automatically. He's just not at that point.
Hasn't got that flow.
Brewer stripped by Murphy. Ayers finds Green. 3 too strong. And there's Jeff Ayers, NBA champion with the Spurs, and he scores.
Jeff Ayers always jacked up when he makes the shot. He's excited, and he can shoot the ball from distance.
A former MVP, Kevin Murphy, and on the roll, Stevens was held up by Brewer, and that's very quickly number 2 on Corey Brewer. If you pick up a third in the first half, you have to sit.
Yeah.
Well, you can play, but the penalties are severe.
Yeah. Murphy, nothing doing against Brewer. Gets it back now and fires the 3. Green tips it, but couldn't corral it cleanly. Deshaun Stevens, guy you coached with the Alien, scores.
Yes, I did, and I tell you right now, he's so athletic, so quick off his feet. Be that tall and that big, you can do a lot of good things out there.
They played this year in Romania. Yeah, it's really
Where'd that foul come from?
That was a weird one, too. If they're going to call that, it's going to be a long game. Well, because I just say that because there's going to be a lot of possessions in this game because both these teams can really guard.
Ayers, catch and shoot 3. Simmons to the spot, lines it up, knocks it down.
That's huge. That's a transition basket in the big 3. And making a shot like that without having to fight, mortal hand-to-hand combat with the Houston Righands is probably their best offense.
Moonball by Brewer. Batted to Stevens, and now it's Simmons with another try. Fakes, kicks. Kevin Murphy nails it.
Like you said, that's a good transition basket again. Got 2 threes off of those transitions.
Houston Righands. So 13-4 start. Boston and 8 straight points for Gary Payton's squad.
Boston is really...
iHeartRadio is now the exclusive audio home of Big 3 basketball. Download the free iHeartRadio app today for your favorite music, podcasts, and Big 3 play-by-play coverage.
So one thing that we haven't talked about, this is basically the champs from last year. But Gerald Green was on the team. Gerald Green would come off the bench, and if you blinked your eye, he could have 16 points. So right now, like all these guys can guard, and I know they can score. But Gerald Green not being on this team, they're missing that dynamic, and that's the reason why they are on the verge, in my opinion, of being knocked out of this thing. So they need to fabricate points. They got to figure that out.
The way you do that is on your defensive end, because when you look at it, you know, Murphy with 6 points and Stevens with 4, you got to get the hustle points. Not having your major star out there, you got to get hustle points.
Let's hit the Righands responding to the timeout. It's thrown off, deflected, and the steal for the Ball Hogs.
That ball hit the rim.
I guess they didn't see it.
All right.
Timeout of the floor. A big start for Boston. 15-4 in Detroit, and Simmons with the stuff. Here in Detroit, young fans join this one. Boston, great start, a 15-4 lead over the Righands of Houston. Let's go down to O'Shea Jackson Jr. O'Shea.
Guys, I heard from the others, and apparently the higher-ups have suspended me immediately. You know, I gotta go. I've had a great time. Shout out to my partner. Shout out to Moyo. I thought they were open. My God, it's been real, guys. Don't worry, I'll be back because I just gotta tell my mom. See y'all later.
O'Shea, we'll see you.
He's out.
And there's Pops. Say, when you're on your way out, O'Shea, don't forget to stop by the Dude Wife's Throne Room. That's where we're going right now.
Mike Taylor was the piece we've been missing for sure, and I feel like we finally just clicked. It takes a couple games to get it together. Adding Mike Taylor, like I said, brings energy, and that's the missing piece we've been having.
It was tough all game. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little tired, but it was back and forth game. You know, Beasley, he was going crazy too. It was unstoppable. And then at the end, Monroe and TJ was doing a lot of the dirty work. Monroe kept scoring it, and we was just able to keep fighting and got that win.
Clint Rice, just taxed, but he was great in that game.
Huge in the second half, especially defensively.
Made up when he said giving love to TJ Klein. Like I said, came in that game and really did the little things, the dirty work.
Here's Murphy, and that's an air ball. Stevens couldn't save it, but that last shot by Garland Green snapped a 10-0 run for Boston. Right now a 9-point game, 15-6, and for the Ball Hogs guys, you've got Deshaun Stevens, Kevin Murphy, and now Chris Johnson, and Dominique Johnson will replace Murphy. And for Houston, Jalen Johnson, Jeff Ayers, and Garland Green. Off the curl, Green too strong.
Johnson's gonna have a big night. Jalen Johnson, that is.
Look out. Yeah, turnover by the Righands.
Those turnovers can cost you later on in this game to get you back into the game.
Boston with wins against Trilogy and then LA last week. Chris Johnson with the spin and his patented fadeaway, and he's fouled by Garland Green.
Yeah, the Ball Hogs were phenomenal in Boston.
Yep.
Like you would say, this is a championship roster on paper. That looked like a championship roster type of game.
Johnson with the smooth stroke.
With that same runner off that one leg.
I mean, even now, Scott, you look at the lineup without Murphy as Jalen Johnson connects from three. There is depth on this team that we have not seen in recent years for the Ball Hogs that could really help down the stretch.
I mean, their team is stacked. I just think you look at the talent. You've coached Stevens. Dominique Johnson can shoot it. You got the former MVP. You got Simmons. I mean, their team is stacked, in my opinion. They should have more wins than they do.
Clean off the steal with the stuff.
And sometimes when you have a team that's that stacked, they don't have the real go-to guy as we do. We think it's Simmons sometimes, and next thing you know, they get away from it.
5 to shoot for Dominique Johnson. He rises and connects.
Yeah. And he can get hot in a hurry.
He used to be with the killer threes. His second week with the Ball Hogs now, debuted last week. Jalen Johnson, the length and the speed to step through and score.
Oh man,
he's tasting it.
He's saying it tastes too sweet. Too sweet.
Dominique Johnson sizing up Bears. Corner 2 is off the mark. And batted out by Stevens, but he was fouled, and that's number 4 on Houston.
He was holding his shorts, not letting him get up in the air.
A little bit of a problem down in Houston. They won in week 1 against Trilogy, but the scoring's been an issue. Outscored 7 of 8 halves this year. Adam Drexler, number 16, in for the Righands. Chris Johnson with the trifecta.
Look at the shooting that they have on the floor. Look at the shooting they have on the bench. This Ball Hogs team, if they get it together, and I'm pretty sure Gary Payton's going to get these guys together, they're going to be a real problem.
Jalen Johnson with the running hook shot. That rims out. For halftime, Dominique, the fake, the flyby, and misses the 3. Brewer fade away. Top of the backboard. Johnson to Johnson for the finish. The break in Detroit.
Tell you, man, your style, if this team gets it right, this is a team that you have to worry about winning the chip.
They're so good that I could suit up for them and they could still win it.
You ain't Deion Glover that I had on my team.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, if I was on the bench, I still think we win.
Killing Deion. Let's go to Chris Haynes.
Chris, I was covering you when you came into the NBA. You didn't have that outside shot then. Where did that come from, man?
I was a repetition, man. I could always shoot it, but not at a high level like that. So just standing in the gym and just working on my craft. Just like you, man, for sure.
Well, I wouldn't go that far now. Second half, what's the key to getting this win?
Just keep doing what we're doing. Slow down a little bit. I think we're just making the game way more difficult than it needs to be.
Appreciate your time, brother. Back to you guys.
Chris Johnson began in Portland in the NBA. Chris Haynes, a Cub reporter in Portland back in the day. It all began as well. 12-point lead for Boston on Vice TV here from Motown. Here in Detroit, a summer Sunday, and the Ball Hogs a 25-13 lead over Houston on Vice TV. Follow Big 3 basketball across all social media. A lot of options to keep track of the top 3-on-3 basketball league in the world. Back inside Little Caesars Arena at Cohen with Rick Horn, Ryan Scalabrine, Chris Haynes still with us as well. Big story that first half, there was the shooting, but Scal, the balance. I mean, everybody in the act for the Ball Hogs.
Got my card right here for my stat guide. Murphy with 6, Simmons with 5, Johnson with 5, Dominique Johnson with 5, and Stevens has 4. It's unbelievable, their balance and the way they can shoot it. They made 5 3-pointers. 15 of their 25 points are from the 3. Ball Hogs are finally legit.
Oh, they are legit. The Ball Hogs, I mean, they won a Scalabrine on their team. But when you look at it, the way that they're playing, they're being unselfish with the basketball. And this is what you have to do.
You guys do this to me every year. Hey, every year you do this to me.
That's okay. That first year was just, you know, that was the best year, right?
Every year they do this.
Yeah,
They put that.
you know, it's funny.
And it's funny. They put it all on me.
Was it the coaching?
It was me. I'll take the heat.
Was it the coaching?
No, it's me. It's me.
Wow, Jalen Johnson hacked. And a chance at 3.
Jalen Johnson is really giving them a nice punch off the bench.
No question. They need scoring. Houston makes hustle plays. Houston, they can defend, but they need guys to put the ball in the hole, and Jalen Johnson has done that, at least that first half and continuing into the second.
A shout out to a guy from Ypsilanti, Michigan.
He's home.
Went to Louisville as a quarterback in high school nearby in Ypsilanti, which is west of Detroit. And home to Eastern Michigan, which is George Gervin's alma mater.
It's all Detroit. When you say anything that's 10 minutes, 15, 30 minutes, it's all Detroit.
It's all Detroit.
As they say, he's from the D.
Oh, the shot clock should have ran.
That's what Brewer saying.
Yeah, I mean, like at least, you know, 0.3. Yeah, speaking of that, like when I go to the Palace, is that Detroit?
Yes.
When I go to Birmingham, is that
Detroit. Yes.
It's all Detroit.
It's just suburbs of Detroit.
Got it.
It's Detroit.
And what's up?
Where do you fly into?
What's up with the ladies and the fur coats in Birmingham? I've always wondered that. I go to all the NBA cities, and in the middle of the winter, it's fur coats everywhere.
Hey, why not, man?
I've just never seen that before.
It ain't cold in Boston.
No, it is cold. I just never seen so many fur coats. Oh.
This guy looks forward to the off days in the Townsend.
Yeah.
They just stretch out, chill out.
Yeah, I like the Townsend. And I like those fur coats.
I know what you want for Christmas.
Oh, man.
A fur coat.
Brewer, the switch to the left, missed the rim. Chris Johnson with cleanup duty.
You know, it's funny. I don't like when players looking at the referee for a foul.
Yeah.
Wait till the whistle, then you can go. You play through it.
Yeah.
Johnson. Chris Johnson, high riser.
Man, they're taking over very quick.
What a sequence on the block shot, get it back, and go with a reverse dunk.
11-2 run. Let's go back to the thrill by CJ.
Right now, when you see this move with the behind the back, and that should have been and one. The way that he went up in the projection of that ball, that should be an and one.
Jalen Johnson for 3. That's too strong. A 31-15 ball Hogs lead.
Ooh.
Simmons. Murphy for 3. Hesitation by Garland Green, but he connects anyway.
They really needed that right there, but they need to be better defensively.
I mean, they're scoring in every single way. It's nuts.
They're a problem with all action. Johnson rolling to the basket. You got a guy on the weak side. You guys can score off the pull-up.
Can shoot.
And Gary is like riding the officials. I mean, this team is tough.
Simmons off the intercept.
Yeah, and I'm not piling on Houston. I mean, like, this is the team that won the championship last year, minus Gerald Green. Yeah. Like, they need that offensive firepower.
Brewer twisting will shoot a free throw for 2.
And when you don't have that offensive firepower, all they're going to do, defense is just going to lay in on Corey Brewer, Johnson. Okay, you're making some shots. And if you try to maintain this lead, you just don't want to be in foul trouble. But Gary Payton is subbing. Everybody's in the game.
Everyone's contributing.
Yep.
And it seems like a collection of guys who, like Murphy's done it with other teams. Stevens, you had him. elite rebounder. Simmons has been solid everywhere he's been. And these are big three players. Chris Johnson with the Ghost Ballers. It fits.
That passing.
Whoa. Simmons. Brewer got the block. And Brewer gets it back. Hits the three.
That's what you need, a little bit more of that defense blocks and getting the hustle points.
35-23 Boston. Simmons relocates. Drills out.
The way they play, man, it's tough. They run a high pick and roll. They roll it big. That big's a threat to go over the top. Each guy can score, and then they have a guy that can shoot it.
Simmons in the corner.
Give me a stink face.
Hey, what a sure day, sure day. I'm telling you, in Boston, they found something. They put it on the LA Riot, and we saw what they could do today, and they are continuing that momentum.
Tell you what, the way that he keeps moving that basketball, they're going to be a scary team, like you said.
July 20th, a happy birthday to the late, great Hall of Fame coach Chuck Daly. 2 titles with the Bad Boys, one with Rick, gold medal in Barcelona in 1992. We know that part of the story, but Rick, when you think about that man, what he meant to basketball, to this city, what comes to mind?
What comes to mind is that he's a champion. The fact that Daddy Rich was such a good person. He always told you what you wanted to do, what you needed to do for the team. It wasn't about him. Maybe he dressed impeccably, but I'll tell you right now, it was just a beautiful thing to play for a coach like Chuck Daly, and happy birthday.
This is a perfect transition. First off, from Detroit to Jersey. That's Rick Carlisle, young Rick Carlisle, but you and Chuck at the Meadowlands.
And that was the reason why I went to Jersey, because Chuck Daly was there, and I'll tell you, nice haircut. But look at that, I still got my hair.
And that's a tight fade right there.
Yeah, I had a mustache at that time, but you know what? You get old, you got to cut that gray out. But no, Daddy Rich was, and to see Rick Carlisle also to follow up in his steps as a coach. I love the way that Chuck Daly, and he told me one day I would be a coach, so.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, you mentioned the swag and the dress. Big Three and Starter have teamed up to take the look of the Big Three to the next level this year. Check out this all-new collection of apparel made especially for Big Three fans at store.big3.com. He didn't leave any opportunity to dress to impress at home, did he?
No, he told me one time that I needed to get some blue shoes, and I never had blue shoes.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Get the stretcher.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I've seen a screen like that before.
You ain't watched none of my tapes. When I tell you, you get hit.
Wow. If you want to know why it's a foul, you're supposed to give a guy a step.
No, he did give him a step.
I don't know about that. It's like a pulling tackle.
That's like a 4-minute timeout, and that's what you do coming out of it.
Oh, man.
Destruction. Simmons, right back up.
That is a tough answer right there after getting knocked to the floor like that. Telling you, man, you guys better watch out. Boston Ball Hogs are for real.
Off-balance scores. I think you're due for maybe a futures bet down in Greektown at the casino.
Let's do it.
At this rate, I mean, they're really looking good.
They are.
I mean, the on-paper roster is legit. You see this team, I'm like, wow, this thing's amazing.
And then you got a coach who won the championship last year. I'll tell you, it's the way that, Gary Payton gets the best out of his players. Even when we beat them back in 2000 when we beat you. No, you weren't there. He was on when he was coaching other
three-headed monster.
Yep.
Yeah.
We beat them, and I'll tell you right now, that was a tough game as well.
He's got Murphy, he's got Simmons, he's got scores. Simmons with 19, fakes. Tap, Stevens had it for a moment. Simmons with 19, he has scored at least 18 points in every game this season, all 5.
Oh, that's did he travel?
He did, but let it go. They need all the help they can get.
They do.
I mean, I
down
root for
20.
these guys, man. I feel bad that Gerald Green wasn't able to play this year because they need that scoring burst.
That was like your pick. That was like your Bob Uecker Major League moment. It's like one hit, the hell with it.
No, I'm a huge fan of Corey Brewer and Garland Green. I just like those guys, man. I think they play hard. They play all the way. I mean, they're down big right now. They're still battling. But you got to have guys to put that ball in the hole.
Brewer, second chance.
Doesn't stop playing. That's what Gary's a little bit upset right there.
And this is why the Boston Ballhawks can win a championship. They respond to Gary.
Yes, they do. A Hall of Famer, a guy that you just look at and you go, wow.
43-29 Boston with the lead, and they're 7 points away from their third win so far this season. Big 3 2025 coming in hot to a city near you. Go to big3.com/tickets for all the details.
And it's a lot. I also think the reason why it worked last year with Bivouac is these guys were cool with that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I always tell kids, yeah, you should stand up.
Yeah, stand up.
Don't worry about how I'm delivering the message. Just listen to the message, you know. And you're basing it off. If Gary's upset, he's like, it's something that's really important. Don't get your feelings hurt or anything like that. It's just something that I am driving this point home because this is what champions have to do. So he won a championship last year with the Bivouac team. He got the most out of those guys. They were one of the more harder playing teams in the league last year, and I think he's going to do the same thing with these guys.
Not for everybody, but that's okay. It works with the right personnel.
You know what? I kind of disagree with you because don't take anything personal from a coach.
Yes.
And you always have to respect. You don't, as a coach, you don't want to belittle any of your players.
Right.
But you want them to have the respect that hey, whatever he said, I got to do. Instead of being individual, it's a team, and it starts with the head of the head coach.
And there's a word. It's called professional.
Yep.
When you're making money, and you're trying to win. He's trying to win. Everyone's trying to win and do better. Then there's going to be a little bit of that. That's part of the deal.
Let's take a look at today's monster moments. Chris Johnson's had some big ones in this one.
Man, I tell you, when you get a guy that can dunk backwards, block a shot, then go dunk backwards, that's a monster move. Should have been an and one, but I'll tell you right now, his energy is so perfect.
There's CJ. So 43-29 Boston. Murphy, Stevens, and Simmons. And Kevin Murphy sneaks through and scores.
You got 2 scores with Murphy and Simmons, and man.
Kevin Murphy right there playing off 2 feet.
Yeah, Brewer off balance, fouled by Simmons, who will get a free throw for 2. And Righands bring the fire.
You bring the fire. We're up 16, man. I love that.
Time to bring the fire. Brought to you by Red Lobster. He's not happy. 5 points away from victory.
Look at that face, man. He is an intense coach, but he was also an intense player as well. The glove.
A shooting foul. 2 players go one-on-one. It counts for either 2, 3, or 4, depending on where the foul occurred. So this for 2. If Brewer scores or is fouled, you count it. And if Simmons gets a stop, wave it off and wave off the foul. And Brewer with 9 points already. Against Simmons. Brewer hangs and floats it in.
He is so long, too, man.
Yeah, he's really mastered. It's called the D-cell step, where he goes, the first one is fast, the second one he slows down, lets the guy fly by.
Thanks again to our partner, Red Lobster, will bring the heat all summer long as the official sponsor of the Bring the Fire Challenge.
Well, this is the run that the Riggs got to make.
And that's a start.
Gary's still coaching, still riding the refs.
And Murphy trying to shake free of Green, had his jersey pulled. Garland Green picks it up for Houston.
Can you imagine Gary playing in this 3-on-3?
Oh my God. So when I was a kid, I used to go to the green and gold scrimmage. I grew up in Seattle, right? And Gary would come out and he'd run a pick and roll. And if you didn't sprint into the pick and roll, he would tilt his head and he'd stare at you.
Like he's doing now?
Oh my gosh. We were all sitting in the front row and we looked at each other like, oh my God, this is what the NBA is like? He'd stick that long neck out, he'd look at you sideways. And man, that look would cut you.
That was it. Murphy will get a free throw for 2.
Alvin Murphy with those nice shoes.
And they're saying, you've got to bring the fire. And he's going to. Look at the guards who've won Defensive Player of the Year. It's a very short list. And 2 guys in the Big 3 coaching. And Michael Cooper, as well as Gary Payton. So let's do it again. The Red Lobster bring the fire. Murph and Adam Drexler. Kevin Murphy fades and scores.
He is so tough.
Tough.
2 points. And now point game for Boston.
Well, Kevin Murphy was going to use it anyway. He'd use it or lose it.
Oh, that's number 6. I would load up against him. Like this. Let him make a shot. Brewer is a tough cover, man. He's a really tough cover. And they get it back. Now you cannot let Brewer get to his right hand.
No.
Last year, Scout, who scored 18 per game, was 4th in the league, a great rebounder, led the league in steals, tied for the lead in blocks. And scores again, and the foul.
I told you, this is the reason why I like Brewer, I like this team. They don't give up. Down 20, it doesn't matter. They're going to keep coming at you.
Chipping away. They're only down, as you look at it, 5 baskets if they go in by 2s.
Another 3-point play for Brewer.
Right now, Brewer thinks he's going to walk this lead down. That's it, his mindset. I can tell by the way he's walking.
2 points again. All right, they want to end it now, Boston. Simmons for the ball Hogs. And Johnson fouls him.
1 foul to give.
Yep.
That doesn't hurt them. The next one will be 2 shots. That's what Gary told Kevin Murphy.
High screen, Simmons against Johnson now for 3, blocked. Jalen Johnson inside, and Stevens knocked it out with 11 to shoot.
That's a little bit of a hero shot. When you are in the bonus, you should drive the ball.
Attack all day. Good block. You got to finish this game.
18 for Brewer. Missed it. Stevens with the cleanup, and they're 1 point away.
Clean up aisle 23, and the ball, Hogs. Here, you just got to let them score. Get the ball back.
For 4. Green couldn't save it.
Smart decision, actually, not throwing it back. You throw it back, it goes to the ball hogs. You're playing 3-on-2.
That's it.
That's ball game over.
Game over.
All right.
Stevens.
Open.
Down low Murphy. That's it. Boston with back-to
To the point where everybody's getting a good shot.
Chris Haynes with Kevin Murphy.
Murph, man, it got close towards the end. GP was on you guys about trying to win and blow out fashion because the point disparity matters. What was going through you guys' mind the last 10 minutes of the game?
Man, the last 4 games we done had, man, every time we get to 40, we kind of take our foot off the pedal a little bit, but GP been real adamant about staying on their necks. That's why he was real upset. So, I mean, we stuck with it and got the win, so that's great for us.
You guys started off slow to start the season. Now I believe it's a multiple team tie for first right now. Have you learned anything about your team?
Man, we got 5 guys that can go. Like, it don't matter on any given night, man. We got 5 guys that can make plays on both ends. So that's what make our team so dangerous. We versatile, can switch a lot of stuff. Offensively, we can score in many ways. So,
Murph, lastly, I want to ask you about coaching style. You know, coaches are different now. You got a GP, the way he coaches is old school. He gets on you, cusses you out. What is it like playing for a coach like that?
Man, you know, this is my second time playing with GP. My first time in the Big 3 I was with GP. So we know each other very well. Like, I'm kind of used to it. It don't really bother me, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna yell, try to get under us. We gotta go out there and perform. That's it.
Murph, I'll see you in Cincinnati next week, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Congratulations. Back to you guys.
Yeah, 2-game win streak, their first this season, going to the Queen City for week number 6 next week. Bull Hogs winning on Vice. Back to wrap it up from Motown after this.